Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options to Play video update. We talk just about every single time we get together for our option session about the metals, so gold and silver. And last week we quickly went over it. Didn't spend as much time talking about it as we normally do, just because there's so much else going on that I wanted to get to that day. But what I guess I really want to highlight is that I think there is some encouraging action going on here. And I was going over it today on the VTF, just a little bit more in depth, and talking about how I look for kind of like specific thing when they're about to break out and go. And I guess one of like the main elements of this trade is the momentum, right? Because you can obviously tell that when the metals get momentum, they tend to really put together long, consistent, sustained rallies, right? And for the past month, silver, I'll just talk about this first and then look into gold like quickly, but silver has really been consolidating, right? And what's nice about it is that the support has, generally speaking, been kind of increasing, right? Kind of like moderately increasing over the past month. It's got 8-day EMA, 20-day support coming in underneath, and it's just kind of consolidating at a higher level after a really monster move, right? So overall, pretty positive. Now, I do think fundamentally there's reason to be bullish, but now technically also reason to be bullish, right? Forming a higher base, you got rising moving average pressure, worked off the overbought conditions, etc., right? Now, what I'm looking for as kind of like a sign that it's really going to start to go would be a high participation, like 1-day move, right? And what I mean by that is kind of what you saw back here. So with like kind of like a similar flag pattern, right? Like a month and a half long flag pattern. What you had was like this strong breakout on bigger volume, which you can see down here, right? The volume profile was bigger at the time than it had been in about a month and a half. So you had a strong breakout, and like that's when things really started to pick up momentum, right? So just missing the first move is not like reason for me to necessarily like throw away the trade idea, right? Because in some cases, that first move is really what gets me interested in the trade in the first place, right? So you get the really strong pop and the breakout, better participation, good volume, good option activity, and that's what kind of starts the ball rolling. And that's basically what I'm looking for now in silver, is like a similar type bar where you get like a strong breakout, good volume. So obviously I want to see the volume pick up, because right now it's been kind of steadily declining as the stock has been trading sideways. And then once it does start to go, you could look for maybe expiration that's a little bit more aggressive, right? Because like right now the open trade is out through November 20th, but when it does start to go, maybe you'll get a faster move. So you could look at something maybe a couple weeks out to maybe like a month out, because historically when silver and gold do go, they tend to go pretty quick. So you might not need all of that time, but when it's in a consolidation, I want extra time. But when it starts to break out and run, I don't necessarily need all that. So I might look at something like 2-3 weeks, maybe even like 4 weeks out, looking for some like quick momentum action. All right. And then gold, like I said, very similar. Oops. It's a very similar pattern. You can see that it too has had like this nice higher base, right? And this is a little bit more clear of like a downtrend, right? And it's starting to work on a reversal through that. So same idea, right? Looking for a higher volume participation breakout, right? So you can see the volume has steadily been declining, and similar to gold, similar to silver, you can see that even if you missed that first day when it broke out in June, that basically signaled that it was going to start to go. And then you can, if you are patient and wait for that type of signal, then there are plenty of instances where you can get involved and still make money on the follow through, right? Because it broke out, held, and then really started to go. So I'm looking for that high participation move. So in this case, it'll probably be above like 187. So a move up through this previous high. I want to see the volume pick up. I want to see the option activity pick up, and then once it does start to go, same time frame, like 2, 3, 4 weeks, because when these things move, they really tend to move pretty quickly. All right. So take a look. Let me know what you think. These are something that I spend a lot of time talking about. I focus on them, and they're starting to get interesting to me. Still got a little bit more work to do, but they seem to be getting close. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on options trading or more information on option swing trading, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options and play. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay well, and I will talk to you